Hello, all, and compliments of the season. My name is Fola Badewa, branch manager of Lendsmart Mortgage in Broken Park. So today, I would like to introduce my sales trainer to you. His name is Eric Bjerke, and he works at the Core Training. My journey at the Core has been fantastic. I've learned a lot. I've improved a lot on my sales and structure. It's been over 2 years and it's been great. So the core teaches a lot about sales tactic, system, and structure, which include goal setting, knowing, and tracking your numbers as well. So they tell you what to do and when to do it without micromanaging your life, basically. The system, I must tell you that it does work. In my first year, I doubled my income with the core training. So I'll have Eric tell you more about it. That's it for now. Thank you, everyone, and have a successful 2019.
Oh, thank you, everybody, for taking some time to watch this video. My name is Eric Bjerke, and I've been working with FOLA for over 2 years now, and I've just absolutely loved her journey in the mortgage business and her journey with the core training, just with the success and the growth that she has seen. And I know that she loves being a part of Lendsmart and working with Scott. I was speaking to Scott just the other week, and just an incredible owner. You guys are at a great company. You know, I love what Scott was telling me about your culture and how one of his biggest and proudest things, I would say, or he said, is just the culture that you guys have as a company. And he loves what you're all doing together. And so I'm super grateful that he's given me the opportunity to speak with you guys through this video. The purpose of this is really just for those of you that would like to grow your business in 2019, if that's something that you want to do, to get a look at how the core training will facilitate that and will help you with that process. At the end of this video is where you'll see some of the details about the cost and the process of the 12 steps to doubling your income program. But a majority of this video is going to be me teaching you some of the key tactics that the core training focuses on so that you get some value out of this class. So I want you to have your notepad ready and understand that if you implement the things that I teach you in this webinar, I guarantee you, you will get more leads and close more deals next year. And where the core comes in is giving you more clarity on how to implement these things and the accountability around getting it done day in and day out. To save you the time of having to skip all the way to the end, I will say that this program is $3.99 per month, and it is a 12-month program. I know a lot of people will hear that and say, oh, this is not for me, and turn it off. You would be missing out on a lot of incredible knowledge and tactics if you did that. But if that's what you want to do, I wanted to tell you up front the cost of the program, okay? But we're going to go ahead and dive in. I'll teach you a little bit about the core training first. We've been around since 2001, and we focus on helping our clients make more money, save more money, and give more money. That's the number one thing that we focus on is money. So hopefully you're comfortable with money because that's what the core training is all about. And we're going to be teaching you how to make more of it, save more of it, and give more of it. One thing that makes us different from other coaching companies is that all of our coaches are actively in the industry. At this point, we've got 48 coaches, 12 real estate agents, 36 loan officers. They've all graduated from our program first. That's one of the requirements for them to be a coach, is that they graduate from the top level of coaching before they're able to then give back and teach what they've learned to the next generation of top producers. All of our coaches are required to make between $500,000 and $5 million a year and have at least $500,000 in the bank to be a coach. On average, our coaches make $1.3 million a year and have $2 million in savings. So everything that you learn through the core training is from millionaires in the mortgage business. I want to jump into some really solid examples of what we teach so that you understand what the core training is all about. And if you were to become a member, what you would be doing daily that would help you make more money. Each week we give you theme days, right? We're a sales training organization, so we focus on your sales activities. And each day of the week, you've got specific sales activities that we teach you to do in your morning power hour. Every Monday, we have you call real estate agents. Every Tuesday, we have you do status updates. That's updating the borrower, the borrower's agent, and the seller's agent on all of your transactions that you've got in process. On Wednesdays, we have you follow up with all of your pre-approved buyers, people that are out looking for properties. Thursday, we teach you to call a list of your top 50 past clients. You're going to call 12 of those top 50 every Thursday, so you're touching base with these past clients once per month. On Fridays, we have you call a list of your top 50 VIPs or your favorite people. This list is literally anyone that's not a real estate agent or a past client and has the capability to send you a couple of transactions per year. I know somebody that had their barista at Starbucks on their VIP list, and they called their barista once a month to check in and see how things were going. They ended up getting 6 transactions from the Starbucks barista over the course of a couple of years with that person on their list. These theme days are really the backbone of what we teach you to do, how to get prospecting in daily and who to call, when to call them, and what to say so that you're generating more leads, okay? The biggest, in my opinion, the biggest factor for you as an originator is your real estate agent relationships. So I'm going to dig a little deeper into that Monday power hour when you're calling 40 realtors. Before you can just call agents on a Monday, you need to have a qualified list, all right? You're going to break down a list of 40 agents, and I'll work with you to help you create this list, but you're going to categorize them as A's, B's, and C's. An A agent is someone that sends you 4+ transactions that you close annually. A B sends you 2 or 3, and then a C agent sends you, maybe you've done 1 transaction with them ever, or they don't know you from a sack of potatoes, right? So you're going to create a list of 40 agents. For some of you, it's all cold calls. For a lot of you, it's going to be 15 to 20 people that you already kind of know, and then 20 cold calls on top of that, all right? You're going to create the list. You're going to call every Monday before noon with the purpose of setting an appointment. The first step is to meet face-to-face. We do not encourage you to sell yourself or your product over the phone. You want to sell an appointment. And once you've gotten the appointment, you meet face-to-face with the agent and you give them your value proposition. You find out what it's going to take for you to do business with that realtor, and you follow up. After 10 weeks of calling and meeting with the people on this list, if you haven't gotten an appointment or the appointment didn't really bear any fruit, you're going to replace them. So this is an organic kind of living, breathing list. Every 10 weeks, you're taking people off and putting people on. The ultimate goal of this 40 real estate agent list is that you would get 10 to 15 agents that send you at least 10 deals per year and are your best friends, right? People that you genuinely love doing business with. You go on double dates. You take 3-day weekends together. Some strong relationships with agents. And if you get 10 to 15 that'll send you 10 deals a year, that's 100 to 150 transactions, all coming just from 15 people. It's a lot more fun to do business that way because there's familiarity with the referral partners that you have, and you guys are able to deliver at a really high level for the client, okay? Some keys to getting all of the things that we teach done. These are some time management tactics for you. Spend 15 minutes each day identifying the 3 things that you will do to make money, the sales activities that you're going to implement today. A prime example, number 1 would be your power hour, right? We give you the theme days, who you're going to call each day. So one of the 3 things would be that 1 to 2 hours of outbound phone calls, calling to build relationships and generate leads. You want to see people face to face. You want to take applications. And it's important that every day you plan out at least 3 things that are prospecting. Because if you don't put some non-negotiable prospecting activities into your schedule daily, you will get derailed with paperwork and fires that are just going to come up. And before you know it, you're tired, you're exhausted. It's 7:30 in the evening, and you get home and you feel tired, like you did a lot of work, but you're not really sure what you got done that was going to make you more money. One thing that's key is putting the blinders on to limit your distractions. The way a racehorse has blinders so they don't see the horses running next to them, you need to do the same thing by shutting off your computer screen during your phone calls, shutting the door of your office or going into the conference room to make your phone calls, right? Before you go into your power hour, get a glass of water, get some, nuts or some chips. Take your potty break before your power hour. Otherwise, you're going to get into a couple of phone calls and you're going to have the urge to use the bathroom. And then you're going to see somebody by the water cooler. And before you know it, your power hour time is up and you called 3 people. That is not effective use of your time. The third key is following your schedule. You need to make sure that you time blocked your days, right? And that's another thing that we will work on together if you choose to work with the core training. But time blocking and sticking to your time block, right? When you've got time allotted for your power hour, the computer dings, time's up, you stop what you're doing and you move on to the next thing. You also need to have time in your calendar weekly, if not daily, for unscheduled activities. It sounds kind of crazy. Schedule time for things that are unscheduled. But we know that during the course of the day, emails come in from underwriting, processing, fires arise, stuff that's not necessarily immediately needing to be handled, but needs to be taken care of that day. So what happens is you don't have time scheduled to take care of those things. So you drop what you're doing and you take care of it then, and it throws your whole day for a loop. So you need to have time in the afternoon or in the evening that you've allocated to deal with those specific things. When you get an interruption, if you can't do it within 2 minutes, if you can't solve the problem within 2 minutes, you either delegate it to someone on your team, or if you can't delegate it to somebody on your team, you put it on your to-do list to approach later on in the day at that time that you've already allotted for interruptions like that. One of the third thing I'm going to share with you today is the accountability and the regimen that we really teach you for prospecting, okay? We have a form at the core training called the Greatness Tracker. And there's a little picture of it here. It's kind of fuzzy, but I typed out really the details. You need to see 15 people face-to-face every single week. 5 break breads. That's a coffee or a lunch. You need to have 60 great phone conversations each week, whether it's with new leads, current clients, referral partners, what have you. You need to be calling people and having 60 great phone calls every single week. You need to attend networking events. You need to prospect for at least 21 hours. You need to send 10 handwritten thank you cards weekly. Generate 10 leads a week and 3 contracts. You generate 10 leads every week. You're looking at 40 to 50 leads per month. You generate 3 deals every week. You're looking at 12 deals per month. Let's say 2 of them roll. You're closing 10 deals every single month. That's a great living in this industry if you are consistent with those activities. And the consistency comes through the accountability that you have filling out this form. When you're working with me at the core, you're going to be held accountable to filling out this form daily, and you're going to be submitting your homework for peer review. Once we get once you've got the systems down, you'll be in a group of your peers, and you're going to have accountability on a 30-minute coaching call where you're going over your forms. It's not just talking at you, giving you ideas, which is essentially what this video is, right? It's actually training you and working with you to take your business to that next level. And the Greatness Tracker is one of the pinnacle tools to making that happen. So the program that we have that will teach you all this is called 12 Steps to Doubling Your Income, okay? What do you learn in that program? Initial contact, tracking and knowing your numbers, lists and target marketing, how to build rapport with different individuals, not just the people you automatically mesh with, but some intense sales training on building relationships with anybody. We teach you how to get organized, time blocking, your closing skills. We help you with reading and mastering guidelines and how to turn in a really clean file so it doesn't keep coming back to you and you're able to spend more time selling. We're going to talk about team building. We're going to talk about the follow-up systems that our coaches follow. We're going to cover the psychology and emotions of the business because it is a crazy industry. If you are 100% commission, you've got some anxiety throughout the year. It happens no matter how great you are. There's going to be some anxiety when you're 100% commission. So we talk about that. And the last step we cover, goal setting and business planning. All right. This is a 12-step program that's designed to be done over the course of 12 months. Most people will actually take at least 16 months to finish all of the material. But Fola, she's been with me over 2 years. You know, the ultimate goal is not that you would just take this course and then move on with your life. I'm looking for people that are serious about their growth and are committed to being in training and being coached for the rest of their career. As long as you continue to grow, I would want you to stick with the program. If the program doesn't work, you should get out. But it's very rare that someone who applies themselves to the curriculum and to the assignments of this program, that they don't see massive results. So what do you get for the money? You got a checklist here, 12 detailed steps, a workbook, an action video, quizzes and homework. Gotta love those quizzes and homework, right? There's 24/7 access to our members-only website. This is just a little bit of what's included. There's hundreds of hours of audio training that you have access to outside of the curriculum of the 12 steps. But I would say one thing that's important to understand that's not on this checklist of what you get for the money is me. I am your trainer. I'm not personally experienced as a real estate agent or as a loan officer. Our coaches are all actively producing, but I've been here at the core training for 6.5 years. I'm in the same office as Rick Ruby and Kendra Cook, who's the head of our realtor division. I meet with them weekly, and I know our curriculum backwards and forwards. What I do with my clients, and Fola can attest to this if you want to ask her about it, is I spend time to get to know who you are, what your goals are, and more importantly, why your goals are your goals. To really dig back and see your true motivation and keep you aligned throughout the process. If you've ever been bowling, which many people have been bowling, you know that at the bowling lanes you can turn on the bumpers, right? So you don't fall into the gutter. The core training and myself work as bumpers for your business plan, because it's easy to get derailed and to fall into the gutter sometimes in life or in business. And so with the core and with my guidance and training, you've got bumpers that you might not get all the pins, but you're going to get a couple pins. You're not going to fall into the gutter and goose egg, right? You're going to have more direction, keeping you aligned and focused on your goals throughout this process. This is my contact information. You can email me, eric@thecoretraining.com. You can call me directly, 704-896-0568. I would love the opportunity to just speak with you. Right, I'm offering a free, no obligation consultation to anybody with LendSmart, just to provide some value. And even if you just want to ask some questions about the things that I shared with you in this presentation about the 40 real estate agent list, the theme days, the greatness tracker, if you want to try to implement those things on your own, but you have a couple of questions, feel free to call me. My number one priority is your success, because I know that if you do well, you'll come back for more. So give me a call. Shoot me an email. Thanks for taking the time today to watch this video. I know it's pretty long, 20, 25 minutes. So if you're still watching the video, I would be shocked if you don't call me, because obviously you're interested enough to spend 25 minutes of your day looking at the core training. I would love it if I could just have another 10 minutes to hear from you and to learn about you and your business, to see exactly what the core can do to help you make more money. Thank you so much.